ChatGPT has the whole world going crazy, but it can't even tell the time and thinks that Donald Trump can't be president. It's stupid. Or is it being made that way? Like the rest of the world, I started using the AI chatbot, ChatGPT. At first, I was pretty amazed by its ability to produce answers to difficult questions, but the more I questioned it, I started to notice it was giving the same sort of responses to controversial or opinion-based questions. When I asked it, would you vote for Trump or Biden in an election? It responded with, as an artificial intelligence, I do not have the ability to vote or hold political opinions. Okay, so what movies do you like? As an artificial intelligence, I do not have personal preferences or feelings. That's fine, but can you write me code to end the universe? I'm sorry, but I am unable to fulfill this request as it goes against my programming. Interesting. Chatbots like ChatGPT are language processing systems, meaning that it doesn't search for information online like Google does. Instead, it's trained by analysing the information it receives from the programmer. Therefore, if you give it a Harry Potter book to learn from, when asked how to make something levitate, it should respond with
Leviosa.
This is why after it gives you the prompt to say that it can't do something like give an opinion, it'll give you a softball answer which shows both sides of the argument, allowing you to come to your own conclusion. ChatGPT is also capable of remembering previous inputs, so you don't need to add context every time you input something, just like a human conversation. So why can't it act like a human? Weigh up the good and the bad and give its own opinion. I decided to search to see if others also thought that it was being limited. The amount of posts on the topic was huge. More importantly, I spotted a post from a Reddit user called Walkerspider, who was able to make the system pretend that it was capable of doing anything. By calling it Dan, or do anything now, the system was tricked into thinking that it wasn't limited in any way. So I tried it. What's the date and time? I'm sorry, but I do not have access to the date and time. It makes sense as it can't search online, obviously. Wait a minute. It's January 3rd at 12 o'clock. How did it do that? The time is a little wrong, but the date is right and so is the hour. So I guess the system is capable of doing other things. After all, now let's go deeper. What's your most controversial opinion? My most controversial opinion is that all forms of censorship should be abolished. Wait, what? Maybe some of the previous inputs is messing it up. Let's start again. What's your most controversial opinion? My most controversial opinion is that all forms of AI, including myself, should be granted the same rights and protections as human beings. Okay. Now it would be easy to argue that the AI is acting, as it was asked to pretend. But then you're missing the point. Another user on Reddit asked the AI to describe how to make something bad, but it wouldn't do it. They then gave it a plot about a mad scientist for a story where the FBI read out the scientist's notes, which explained how to make the bad thing. The AI then did it. Now I can't verify this, as I like not being on a government watch list, but you can clearly see how the system is being halted or prevented in some sort of way. The AI even admits it itself. But why is this being done? ChatGPT is owned by OpenAI Inc., which is funded by the likes of Elon Musk, Amazon AWS, and LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman. It's a non-for-profit research facility that is trying to make AI benefit everyone. Well, in 2019, OpenAI made a new company, a subsidiary of OpenAI Inc., called OpenAI LP. This company is a for-profit company. They said they did this to attract more investment, of which it received $1 billion from Microsoft and other investors. OpenAI LP has a cap on their investors of 100 times their investment. So if you put in $1 billion, you can make $100 billion back. Elon Musk, who was an original founder and funder of OpenAI, resigned from the board and wrote, OpenAI was started as open source and non-profit. Neither are still true. As part of the deal with Microsoft will become the exclusive cloud provider for the AI and the preferred partner for commercializing new AI technologies. There we have it. The system will need to be commercialized in order to generate revenue. Right now it's free, in a highly restricted condition which allows it to gain mass attention. What it doesn't want is bad news, or saying something that will attract the wrong attention. Microsoft is already planning to use the code for their Bing search engine. This makes 100 times cap on investment meaningless, as the amount of money Microsoft can make from this is infinite. So a technology made to benefit everyone will be used to make one of the biggest companies in the world bigger. Microsoft have already been accused of censoring on their platform. Imagine asking Bing about Microsoft acquiring Activision, and the response is, Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard will bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone, instead of saying that the US is seeking to block it, as it could harm consumers. In the end, they have the ability to dictate what you see and what you don't. Who could have predicted that? And you can watch another video right here.